Hello, ma'am. Good morning.
Good morning. Hi.
Ma'am, where are we going now?
We are going to Jaipur to Rajasthan University to have a session on civil services exam preparations.
So I'm quite excited for that.
Yeah, even I.
Ma'am, we would like to know, as a teacher, students know you,
Yeah.
and as a person, as a very casual conversationalist, this side of yours, maybe students have not seen.
Okay.
So I would like to ask you a few questions, with your permission.
Okay.
Ma'am, what is your take on knowledge?
Empowerment, because this is my own personal experience. I come from a very humble background, but wherever I have, I can say that it is because of the knowledge, because of the education, and I believe education and knowledge is everything, anything that you desire. And of course, for me, knowledge is a secret of good life, because you come to know what is the right way of leading a good life.
Knowledge is the secret of good life.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it gives you sense of empowerment, sense of well-being. This is the personal experience that even today I cannot sleep without reading something, without knowing something, because every day I am feeling I am becoming more and more enriched.
Uh,
And I recommend to everyone to study. Even what I realize, if somebody is facing, these days you see, there is so much psychological issues, depression. Depression doesn't require psychologists, depression require a good book to read. You will enjoy like anything.
so books are the best friends.
Yeah, I believe if you are in good mood, books. If you are in bad mood, books. If you have a psychological issues, I think the knowledge has a solution. It is one solution. It is a divyast for everyone.
Oh, thank you, ma'am. Nice. Ma'am, what's your opinion on miles to go before I sleep?
Miles to go before you sleep is, you should have a sense of satisfaction. See, I always believe that on this earth we come for very short time, so we have to make maximum of our time. In the childhood, I watched one movie, Anand, which said that जिंदगी लंबी नहीं, जिंदगी बड़ी होनी चाहिए. तो जो भी हमारे पास समय है, I should be making the best of it. It's not that whatever you will plan, it will happen. It is also very natural. You will feel bad because you expected something, you made some plan, it didn't happen. But always there is a new beginning. Leave no scope for learning. Even if failure and disappointment is a learning, you can make yourself better and stronger.
Ma'am, how should students know you? How should people know you as a motivational speaker and as a teacher?
First of all, I want that people should know me only as Shubhra Ranjan. This is the only identity I have. And I believe everybody is a motivational speaker, because I learned so many motivational things from the people who are on the ground. Suppose some rickshaw puller, I get so much motivated that this person is working so hard and we are in such a comfort. So I believe everybody is a motivational speaker. Let us not brand someone. That motivational speaker should not be a brand. Motivational speaker is, everybody is a motivational speaker. Let us democratize this concept. I do not like this type of hierarchy कि I am a motivational speaker, I am a teacher. I still feel I am a student. I am learning. I don't think in this my life I will ever reach to a point where I can say that I am a teacher, I am a guru. I always feel I am just a student. There is so much to learn.
Wow, so that's a very humble answer.
It's not humble, it is very original. If somebody wants to know, I can say I'm very original. I am very informal. Even if most formal of the formal things, what is my nature is I can never be formal.
Ma'am, how many books do you read generally in a year?
Actually, I get less time, but I read every day. I purchase lot of books, and the amount of books I have, I will say that I don't think in this single life I will ever be able to read, but it's still my love for books. And also I want to tell actually, since childhood I have lot of fascination for pens, not just book. And there used to be tradition in our family that some relatives come and they will give some money. So I will always go buy a pen, and I will be so possessive, I will not use that also. Fine. So I will not buy anything. I still have lot of fascination for pen, for books. But one thing I can say, even if I read one paragraph, I feel so much empowered. Fine. My understanding improves, my expression improves, and I get so much joy, I don't have words to explain. So that's why I'm saying you can be very happy in few rupees. You can buy a book of 400, 500 rupees. It's not that happiness is not in the malls, happiness is not in the movie. Happiness is always with the great minds, right? If you read Krishna, you can read Buddha, you can read Prophet, you can read Einstein. Maybe this is the experience I took. I have not taken these scholars or philosophers for a very specific engagement. I made them my friends.
Oh, that's amazing, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, I have seen a lot of students addressing you as Sir, Madam. What
Okay.
is this Sir, Madam? What is this
Even I
combination?
was confused, why do they write and address Sir, Madam? And then once one student came and he himself was telling ki, ma'am, I am very much impressed by you and I always call you as Sir, Madam. So I said, what is that? Even I didn't know. Then he said that because you are the only woman in the industry, plus you have achieved to the respect and whatever to that level that you should be getting, and you should be known as Sir. And he said that I started calling you Sir, Madam after your lectures on feminism. So maybe it's a students, and I'm very grateful for the love I believe I get from my students.
Amazing, ma'am. Ma'am, as a woman, what sort of challenges do you face in the teaching field and also in the coaching industry? What sort of challenges do you face?
See, as far as coaching industry is concerned, I consider it as a part of industry, and I feel any working woman will have challenges. Fine. The challenges because you have to manage your family. Fine. And work-life balance is something people keep on talking about. You go to any doctor, you go to anyone, they will keep on telling, but practically speaking, you cannot have the balance. It is the persons who look for balance, I don't think they will reach very high. Fine. So somewhere you have to face that imbalance dilemma. But in imbalance, you have to prioritize. Fine. What do you want? Do you want to give greater importance to profession? Do you want to give greater importance to your personal thing? So that can be person's choice. But obviously a woman has all these things because our tradition expect, right? Your children also expect, and I can say that the time I could have given to my children and family, I could not. But I have to make a hard choice. There is no choice, and this is the message I want to give to every working woman. You are not God. You can't do everything. Prioritize it, and very natural because you may have a sense of guilt also that you have not given enough time to your children. But it is fine because everything cannot be perfect everywhere.
That's very practical.
Yeah, you can't be perfect. You have to prioritize, and it's okay. Mothers have been doing so much sacrifice, but it is not necessary to have one model of mother. You can have different models. You have to set different models, and even child and family should not. I believe nothing is possible only for one person. It is always a team. In the family, it is a team of your family members. In office, your team of professionals, I consider them as a family. So this is how I have managed. And again, I never feel that only my biological children are my children, right? Because actually I have always spent more time with my students, right? So as a teacher, even in Indian tradition, you see कि जो गुरु माँ और वो होते हैं, तो बच्चों के लिए जैसे आप दुर्योधन की बात आप बात करें द्रोणाचार्य की, तो अर्जुन was not the biological son, but I don't think कि द्रोणाचार्य had any less love for Arjun and more love for his own son. तो टीचर जब आप बनते हैं और आप उसको जब एंजॉय करते हैं, तो एक चीज होती है कि आप के बच्चों की संख्या बढ़ जाती है, ठीक है, और बायोलॉजिकल चिल्ड्रन एंड योर स्टूडेंट्स, बिकॉज I have never found that the amount of love which I got from my students was in any way less from the love and affection I got from my own children. Fine, so this is something I can tell.
Ma'am, one more thing. You take mentorship after the classes.
Yeah.
Generally, teaching is not an easy job. You have to drain a lot of energy, like standing all the time. Like you take 3 batches, and so, I mean, addressing such a huge gathering is not a joke. You require a lot of energy and patience.
Okay.
So after the class, you also do mentorship and spend so much time with the students. Do you get time for yourself, ma'am?
I think the time I give to my students, to my work is my time only. What separate self time you require, because I am having a good time. Fine. I don't see it as a work. Fine. I enjoy it as my duty. I enjoy interacting with the people. And if any child has come to me, that person has come to me with some hopes and expectations.
Yeah.
Fine. So I cannot belie that. I cannot say. So I feel, and till I am with people, I feel they also give me lot of energy, so I don't get tired. Often people ask why you don't get tired, you take 3 classes. I feel the energy of the students, and it's a good energy. I'm taking lot of their energy.
So, ma'am, you're not tired. This word is
I
not
think
there.
tired is very psychological things, and that is not in my dictionary. You should remove it from all dictionary, because if this word is not there, people will stop feeling tired.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
this word is there, so they start relating.
Psychological.
Yeah, it's all psychological. Just remove it.
Okay. Ma'am, you have a great knowledge in IR, International Relations.
Yeah.
If the government invites you to assist in formulating any foreign policy, would you take it up?
Why not? I think definitely nobody will say no.
It's a
because
privilege.
it's a privilege, it's a great recognition that you are getting an opportunity to play the role in the policy making. I think that will be the best day of my life. Yeah.
So serving the government.
Serving the government means you are getting recognized for your work. It is very natural for any person to look for recognition, right? So that is something I'll thank God a lot that I'm getting this opportunity.
Ma'am, what do you think of Modi as the face of foreign relationship?
Prime Minister as a face of foreign relationship, I think foreign policy is one area the government has done very well. And more than Modi, I'll say it is about S. Shankar because of professionalism, because of his experience, because of his academic knowledge also. Because S. Shankar is one such minister who has a lot of experience, practical experience as a
Yes.
diplomat, and before that, his academic background in the subject. So, academic background certainly matters. Yeah. So, more than Modi, Modi is a person who is speaking,
charming,
but policy making is the work of the minister.
the
Right?
actual.
And I always believe, just like for my organization, I am the face. But it is always the entire team
That is working.
that
behind.
is team. So even if team doesn't do anything, but if team creates an environment, so Modi is the face, and we should not ignore and not recognize the people at the backstage. Yes.
Ma'am, you're very transparent. Whatever that is there in your heart,
Correct.
it is right there on your tongue.
Yes.
Would you like to continue this way only? Or would
Yes.
you like to change this in your...
No. I am happy the way, because I cannot take burden of being very formal, being something
Which is not
in
you.
public and something in personal. No, I cannot, and I think I am very comfortable, and I am not going to change my comfort for anyone.
Ma'am, teacher worship is a very common practice in this country, and when it comes to you, I have seen when I met you, I have seen it is even more a notch higher. So how do you feel about this worship?
I think teacher worship or worshipping anybody is wrong thing, right? And teachers should also not promote and feel good about worship, because all of us have a very small percentage of knowledge, right? So, and if I feel teacher is a student only, a senior student, right? So I don't want, plus I don't want this tradition of worship, but there is a difference between worship and there is a difference between respect, right? And I will say, more than respect, it is the trust that matter, right? So it should not be a relationship of a God and a bhakt and a disciple. It should be a relationship of trust, the respect. Because as a teacher, if your students trust you, right, at least this trust that whatever this person will be doing will be in our interest, right? That gives us a lot of motivation. And I am not a professional teacher, I will say, right? I am a teacher who is a spontaneous teacher and who enjoys. Number of times people say ma'am extends a lot,
I was
syllabus.
just about to ask
Okay,
you.
this is one, and even my staff, they all say "Ki, what is the use? You teach so long."
And you could have
And
taught another batch.
I could have taught another batch, or I could have got more number of students, as you said. But if my heart does not allow, if I want this student should know, they should know, so I don't care, because I cannot do injustice with my work. I cannot do anything where I don't have to listen to my heart and I have to listen to my mind. Fine. So it doesn't matter how many batches, how many students, but for me, I never see the number. For me, a single student is equally important. Fine. So I have a belief in my way, because I should be happy, I should be satisfied. I must get satisfaction. And I'll say I am very bad at mathematics. Fine. So when I teach, I never quantify the hours.
Calculation.
Yes, I want to stay away from that. And I don't want to kill the joy of my work.
Oh, amazing, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, when you started teaching, the initial days of your career, did you ever envisage that you could produce All India first rank? So did you ever think that, one day from my class?
First of all, when I started teaching, I had a goal. Fine.
You had a
Goal.
okay goal. Okay.
Goal. Fine. And it is very natural that everybody wants to excel.
Very true.
Because I always had this confidence also. You can call me, I am arrogant, but I have a confidence and I feel that the way I can teach, nobody. I can claim that. Even it
Ma'am,
is.
why do you work so hard? Like you have realized the self-actualization.
People say I work hard, but I think I have set up higher standards for myself. I still feel I need to work harder, because if you want to do something extraordinary, it cannot be done through the normal ways. Right? And life is so short. You can extend, multiply by doing work hard, and maybe an age will come when I will not be able to do that much hard work. But
I don't think you will give up, ma'am. Looking at the passion.
Yeah, but you don't know about future. But definitely right now, and then I enjoy hard. Fine, because it gives, again, I work so many things for feel good factor. कि आपने वॉक किया और जब आपका पसीना आया तो आपको एक अलग खुशी मिलती है. Right? तो so long you are enjoying, it does not matter hard or this thing. Your body may feel tired, but your mind, but practically speaking, I am telling you secret. Never ever I felt that I am physically drained. Never ever I have felt, even if it is 3 classes, 4 classes, that I am mentally drained. Why? Again I am saying psychologically I have tuned myself, and I feel the energy of these young children. I am taking their energy. They may not be knowing I am telling this secret.
Secret is
this is mine. They are giving me energy.
Very infectious.
Because you feel so good talking to the people, and luckily when you teach for civil services, the students have some level. Right? They have done graduation.
Yes.
They are motivated. They are from good colleges. So they enrich me. They are my Boost and Horlicks and Bonvita. Right? So even sometimes I realize why people ask this question: how can any person get tired from the work? I feel I will get tired if I have no work. Fine.
Very
So,
tough to.
so whenever I go on vacations, I feel tired. I sleep all the time. But whenever there is work, I never feel tired. Yes, but sometimes I get headaches. Fine. I thought maybe because of eyesight. These days I do get headaches, I can say, but not tiredness. Yeah.
Ma'am, you have the first ranks that you produced. Both of them were females. Is it coincidence, ma'am?
I'll say it's a coincidence, and I do not make any distinction between boys and girls. People may say ma'am is feminist, but it's not like that. Because I, as a feminist also, I don't make any difference. Be it men, be it boy. Whatever is the reason, I don't go and analyze. I simply enjoy my students performing. Fine. I see this thing as a person, and it gives me happiness. And I can tell you, it's not about producing rank 1 twice. We have produced rank 2 twice also, rank 5 also, rank 7, rank 9 also. Fine. So it is not just with one. Right? And that itself is a motivation for me. And last year, there were 4 students in rank 10. Fine. So because any person will require affirmation of his work, and when these students, they produce results, you get an affirmation that whatever you have done was right.
Yes. So it is verified again and again.
Yes.
Was there a special day in your life, ma'am?
I consider every day is very special, because every day something special happens. Okay? The thing is, it is up to us. Something happens, are you recognizing it as special or not? We feel that special is something coming from heaven to us. No. Whatever is there, we have to consider it as a special. Right? So, the morning you get up, you are alive is very special. Right? In the morning you get up and someone gives you a bed tea. This is special. Right? A student comes with a piece of paper where they say, ma'am, you have inspired. It's so special. Sometimes I find even students asking question is so special. Right? So I feel my life is full of all special days. I am not running short of special, because we make things special. Right? How we look at the things.
And where do you get the motivation from?
Motivation for what?
Motivation for, learning, motivation for giving it to students, motivation for...
One
and
thing
what
I
is
can
driving you?
say, what drives me as a person is that I will not be happy without success. Huh? So, even if there is no competitor, I will make my own targets. I cannot digest something I have thought and it doesn't happen. Right? And I will also say God's grace. Right? If I am something, I believe it is God's grace. And this is a message I want to give to everybody, that whatever you have, you should thank God. Right? And again, thanking God, we don't see God. Right? So God is always in front of you, in form of your parents, in form of your teacher. And I believe that I have been lucky. Why I have such a feeling towards my students is because I had such teachers which were very loving. Right? We were close to our teachers than our parents. So the motivation, you can say sanskar also. So I am grateful to my family, because this type of values, this type of environment was there, very simple, very full of life. That is what you can say, it can be a genetic makeup, which I got from my family. You can say it as an environment which I got from my teachers in the schools. Then again, an environment which I got in my college also. I mean, so many college teachers, we used to be hostlers. They were so close, they used to invite us for food and many things. And then now the students again. Okay, so I consider myself to be lucky, and I thank God for everything. Belief in God, whichever God. And my parents, my family taught me one thing: never have any ill feeling towards anyone. Okay? So you will give love, you will get love.
As simple as that.
This is the simple equation which is experimented in my life. People say philosophy cannot be experimented and verified, but I feel it can be verified. My life is that.
And right now I feel so energized and so thrilled, because see, I don't want to get tired in my
I
work.
always say I don't understand why people make life complicated. Life is not complicated. Right? We are the one. You can find a happiness with a cup of tea on the street. Right? You can find happiness talking to any person on the street. There is happiness everywhere. It is you have to recognize. Okay? So there is nothing I never found there is a reason where a person should become so sad and depressed. If not one thing, there is another thing. Okay? We are not God that we will be successful in everything.
Ma'am, what is your message? Sorry to interrupt. What is your message for those who do not clear at the end of all the attempts and all? So what do you have to say?
My message is, don't narrow your vision as if clearing an exam is the end of life. And you are clearing an exam not to prove anything. You are clearing an exam because you wanted to do it and you have enjoyed it. But again, you are not God. I will say that at the age of 6, I have read Gita. Right? And since then, I never required any guru or anything in terms of religion or anything to read. Gita's message is there in my mind that happiness lies in your karma. And you are not to decide the results. When you are not decide, you should get satisfaction. You did your duty well. And I draw a lot of energy from the Indian culture, because I think I am blessed that I was in a joint family, and my great grandparents, they were not religious in orthodox sense, but they used to be telling us about all these good ideas which have great. So many students know this, and I have around 100 copies of Gita. They have presented me. So many students. Every year, 2-3 students present this, because I have told number of times that one book and that one statement, that do your duty, reward is not your concern. I made this as a formula of my life. And again, for UPSC students, those who are successful, I will say they are lucky, because without luck you don't get success. But those who are not successful, I say they are luckier, because they have a bigger canvas and universe to explore and to do something. And UPSC exam, ultimately what you did, you gained knowledge.
Yes.
You are empowered.
Yes.
You can do anything. Fine. So sometimes we choose that may not fit for us, or sometimes we get something which is more suitable. So you are too young. Explore your life. If not this, then this. Fine.
Options.
Let's not see professions in a hierarchical manner, that this is something. The biggest problem happens when we seek affirmation from outside. In many of my videos I told, are you doing something for Chopra auntie or a Shukla auntie? Huh?
Yes.
Why they should impact so much your mind? You are not there to prove anything. Okay? You took birth, we take life once, just enjoy it. Enjoy the good, enjoy the bad, enjoy the summer.
Enjoy the summer too.
Because then you can enjoy cold. Enjoy cold because you will enjoy summer. Right? Because you will be bored with success also. Failures are necessary to understand the value of success. And success and failure is very subjective. Somebody will say, I have failed because I didn't get good marks in the exam. But what about the life? Maybe somebody is a good engineer but doesn't know the art of living. Fine. So I don't see you should see success, failure and all these things in such a narrow terms.
Ma'am, what
I am telling whatever I believe, how I take my life. I am neither acting as any motivational guru. I never had any motivational guru because I never required. I found the value system which my family gave, directly, indirectly. I was mentioning about Gita. After that, I didn't require any guru.
That's more than.
Yeah.
Ma'am, I'll tell you some names, some of the toppers. What do you feel and what is the first thought that comes to your mind? Okay, first one, Tina Dabi.
Okay. Tina Dabi, I think very, very exceptional. Very exceptional. The way she used to write answers, the way, and very humble also. Right? Because that after the results, she came directly to the class and she hugged me in front of the students, and that was in the class.
Happy tear moment or something.
Pardon?
Happy tears moment or something.
No, she was just hugging me because she was happy, and that made me so happy. That was her uniqueness, I will say. I don't know, but the humbleness and very natural thing, right? Which I am like that, right?
Reflection of you.
I have so many toppers. It's not that every student will come, right?
Yes, true.
But her gesture was so loving, very loving. She came naturally, she hugged me, she addressed. There is a video also on the YouTube. Again, I invited her for a formal session, and she was in training, she came there. Fine. And I believe it all happened because she has done schooling from a good school, from good college, and if you have good education, you know how to behave. How to behave. Yes, this is not see in anybody. Fine, there are so many toppers, but Tina Dabi was definitely different.
Nice.
Yes.
I think if she's watching this, she would feel
I don't know
happy.
if she's watching or not. She has become very busy.
No, she
But
must.
my blessings will always with her, because I cannot forget the gesture she had on that day.
You truly deserve it, ma'am. There is no doubt about it.
But every student is not like that. This is also, I say, everybody will not come and say thanks. This is also a fact. But if someone with the first rank, so many calls she may be getting, she may be so much busy,
Yes, true.
she came and acknowledged, right? So wherever she is, whatever she is doing, my best wishes. I think she is very, very dear to me, not just because of the rank, but because of her gesture.
Behavior.
Yes.
Ma'am, what do you feel about Ishita Kishore?
Ishita Kishore, I do not know much personally. As a student only I know. Tina Dabi, before class, I used, even before her selection and all, I had interactions with her. So they are different type of students, right?
There was one video where Ishita Kishore said, you take a lot of questions in the mentoring session, and she was suggesting students to ask you as many questions as possible. So what is
I
that?
take lot of questions because political science as a subject, it can be understood only through questions.
Only three
Right.
questions.
Who is the first philosopher we study? Socrates and Plato. They told us what is a method. The method is dialectics.
Dialect.
Only when there is a confusion, you can end the confusion and bring a clarity in the concept. Right? So that is why the subject demands interaction. It should be lively. Otherwise, see, for UPSC, we take classes for 2.5 hours.
Yes.
It is humanly very challenging for students to sit. Right? These are not movie chairs. So you have to bring variety in the class. It's important that things don't go monotonous. And I apply different type of teaching techniques when I teach.
That must be a great experience for students as well. Yeah. So, ma'am, I feel so happy now to talk to you, and I have learned a lot of things, that I should not get tired, I should enjoy my work.
Remove tired from your dictionary. मैं तो यही कहती हूँ, अगर डिक्शनरी में tired word होता ही नहीं तो शायद हम लोग tired होते ही नहीं.
Exactly.